This is Igbo Area
Hello. Umahi condemns renaming of Abakaliki Street by Anambra government. Governor of Ebonyi State and Chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, David Umahi, has condemned the alleged renaming of Abakaliki Street in Awka, the Anambra State capital, by the state government. The government made this feeling known in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Emmanuel Uzo, after the renaming of the street to Club Street caused uproar on the social media. The governor, while calling on the people to remain calm, said he has contacted his Anambra counterpart, Umahi and Obiano, with the aim of getting him to correct the action. Ebonyi and Anambra are in the southeast region of the country, together with Imo, Abia, and Enugu states, which are predominantly Igbo-speaking states. Umahi, who noted that Mr. Obiano has every constitutional right to rename any structure, be it road or any other infrastructure, however, pointed out that in doing so, what should come to mind should be the unity and perpetuation of legacy and sustenance of the sacred thing that hold us together as a people. While he condemns it in entirety, Umahi has put everything in place to ensure that Chief Umahi and Obiano reverses the action of bringing back the Abakaliki Street, a name gazetted long time ago in the spirit of oneness in Igbo land, said Mr. Uzo. There should be no part of Igbo land that should be discriminated upon. The governor has put a call through his brother, Governor Chief Umahi and Obiano, on how best to resolve the conflict of interest, especially as regards the social media claims that the street was taken away from Abakaliki people of a major street in Awka. Ohaneze Ndigbo rejects federal government's plan to establish ranches in 10 states. The Ohaneze Ndigbo has rejected a planned establishment of 94 ranches in 10 states of Nigeria as a way of finding peace and putting an end to constant clashes between farmers and herdsmen across the country. Tribune Online reports that the president of the Anambra State chapter of the Apex Sociocultural Igbo Organization, Chief Damian Okeke-Ogene, in an interview on behalf of the group in Awka, the state capital, said the establishment of ranches was against the law of the land. The policy and initiative of the Federal Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Chief Audu Obe, was aimed at establishing the ventures in all the states of the Federation. The president said incessant clashes between herdsmen and farmers in the country could not be curbed through the establishment of ranches policy. He explained that the policy would in some time in future indicate the transfer of ownership of such lands to cattle headers, rendering some sovereignty within the exclusive control of herdsmen. He noted that rearing of cattle remained a private venture and not a federal or state government enterprise. Such private ventures does not fall within the purview of overriding public interest, as envisaged by the Land Use Act of 2004, Section 28. Therefore, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Anambra State Chapter, urges the Southeast States, state assemblies in the region and other concerned institutions to reject in strongest terms the federal government planned establishment of ranches in 10 troubled states for the Fulani herdsmen. The Igbo group said any attempt to implement the policy will amount to encroachment of people's right to existence and would be rejected by Igbo extraction. Masob leader sentenced to prison. Leader of the pro-Biafra group, Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, Masob, Chief Wazurike, has been sentenced to 1 month in prison by a high court in Owerri, the Imo state capital. The court order, which was served to the police Thursday, 17 June 2018, was signed by J.C. Okoro Esquire. On Biafra, IPOB resumes referendum bid, prints 40 million ballot papers. The indigenous people of Biafra has announced resumption of plans to hold a referendum towards the peaceful restoration of the defunct Republic of Biafra. IPOB said it has printed 40 million ballot papers to be used in the first phase of the referendum by Biafrans to determine their readiness to opt out of Nigeria. According to Punch newspaper, IPOB spokesman Emma Powerful, in a statement on Tuesday, 12th of June 2018, said the first phase of the 3-stage referendum would take place in 2018, although he did not disclose the date for the planned plebiscite. He said the ballot papers would be distributed to all adults in every clan and village in Biafra land. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, wish to bring to the attention of the world that plans are at advanced stages in preparation for the first in our three-stage referendum process towards the peaceful, non-violent restoration of the nation of Biafra. Our decision to hold the first of the three plebiscites later this year has vindicated IPOB's resilience in sticking to the principle of non-violent agitation for Biafra in the face of government brutality and treachery from enemies within. Efforts geared towards this first referendum is gathering unstoppable momentum, with dates for the exercise to be announced imminently. 40 million ballot papers are being printed and readied for distribution to every clan and village in Biafra land for all adults over the age of 18 to express their preference, the statement reads partly. Also, in the statement, IPOB cited occasions where the Nigerian government had, in the past, conducted a referendum for some sections of the country. On 11 February 1961, Nigeria conducted a referendum for the people of southern Cameroon to determine whether they wished to be part of Nigeria or merge with Francophone northern Cameroon. This referendum resulted in the peaceful cessation of the then NCNC-controlled Anglophone Cameroon from Nigeria. In other words, they voted to leave Nigeria for good. That was democracy in action, not war. Again, on the 13th of July 1963, Nigeria conducted another referendum which led to the creation of the defunct Midwest region from the supposed Yoruba-dominated Western region. The old Midwestern region comprised parts of today's Delta and Edo states. Referendum has been used in Nigeria before to resolve a seemingly intractable issue, IPOB added. The secessionist group noted that its mission is to restore Biafra sovereignty via a democratic process and through the instrumentality of three-stage referendum, the first of which will be held in the coming weeks. IPOB leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been at the vanguard of the call for an independent Biafra republic from the Nigerian state through referendum. Mr. Kanu, who is facing charges of treasonable felony at the Federal High Court in Abuja, had threatened to boycott elections in Anambra last November if government fails to set a date for referendum. Clashes occurred between IPOB members and soldiers when the military commenced an operation in the southeast states last September, that is September 2017. Since then, Mr. Kanu's whereabouts has remained unknown. While the federal government proscribed IPOB and labeled it a terrorist organization, in the wake of the clash, the U.S. government, however, said it does not see IPOB as a terrorist organization, a position described as unfortunate by the Nigerian government. Nollywood producer Bambino Anachina is dead. A Nollywood producer and actor, Chukwudi Bambino Anachina, is dead. This was confirmed by another producer in the Nigerian film industry, Fidelis Duka. Duka took to his Facebook page, paying a tribute to his late colleague. He was among the few people I spent time with on Thursday, 14th of June, at the Zafar Global Awards media unveiling before my car was boggled and my laptop, amongst other valuables, carted away. He was just so engaging and entertaining that afternoon, Zuka wrote. I was with my wife, and when I was told Chukwudi Bambino Anachina died today, she screamed, "No!" I will never forget his role at all the Wakekeep's night of tributes organized for departed colleagues. Chukwudi was a very instrumental participant who ran the events and showed so much passion to give a befitting respect to those departed colleagues. Now Nollywood will mourn you. Sad and painful is it, because you didn't show any sign you will live so soon. The cause of Anachina's death has not been confirmed as at press time. JAMB report reveals states leading in law admissions. Admission into law in Nigerian universities between 2011 and 2015 were led by Imo, Anambra, and Delta states, according to JAMB figures. The three states were the most consistent of all top performers for the 5 years. They also dominated medicine and were amongst leading performers in engineering admissions, the three courses being among the most competitive in Nigerian universities. Any analysis using data from Joint Admission and Matriculation Board showed that medicine and engineering were dominated by mostly southeast, southwest, and south-south states. North-central states of Kwara and Kogi also made a good showing. But for law, there is a new member of the pack. Benue State, which delivered a positive but brief performance in 2011 by coming fourth behind Imo, Anambra, and Delta. That year, the 4 states were followed by Ogun, Rivers, Abia, Edo, Osun, and Enugu. Ogun appeared thrice in the top cadre in the 5 years, coming fourth in 2011, third in 2014, and second position in 2015. Benue made it to the top 3 in 2011 before it dropped below the top 10, while Rivers made it to the top 4 in 2012, top 3 in 2013 before it dropped to 8th position in 2011 and 2014. It made top 7 in 2015. The data are for students admitted through test-based examination conducted by JAMB. JAMB's admission process is guided by merit, university catchment area, and gives advantage to educationally less developed states. For law, while Imo had 739 students admitted into various universities in 2011, Anambra followed with 679 and Enugu was third with 593. Benue came fourth with 558 and Ogun was fifth with 488 students. In 2012, some of the states again made the top 5. Imo emerged first with 551 students. Delta followed with 476 and Anambra came third with 469. Rivers came fourth with 447. That year, Abia placed fifth with 355 students admitted in law. In 2013, positions changed significantly, with Delta taking first position with 683 students. Imo dropped to second with 630, while Rivers came third with 569. Anambra was fourth with 490 and Edo with 463 took fifth. Anambra jumped to first position 2014 with 452. Delta dropped to second with 430. Ogun jumped to third position with 418. Osun was fourth with 381 and Edo took fifth with 373. In 2015, Delta again took the first position with 456 students. Ogun dropped to second with 419, while Imo dropped to third position with 415. Enugu was fourth with 363 and Osun took fifth. For the first time in 5 years, Anambra slumped to 6th position. Generally, the number of admitted law candidates fell compared to engineering and medicine. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. You can also visit our Facebook page and like the page. You can join our Facebook group, Igbo Area TV. God bless you and bye for now.